Hey, hey everybody, how you doing? It's your pal here, Uncle Bruce, at a secret location here in Calgary. Welcome one and all to the Stock Market with Bruce channel, where we're going to try to explain to you in plain English what's going on. It's Thursday, September the 29th, 2022, the last September 29th we're going to get this year. As a matter of fact, it's the only September 29th, and it's happening as we speak. Tomorrow's Friday, option expiry day, and let me ask you this simple question: taking into account that the euro is in trouble, the British pound is in big trouble, the UK economy is on the brink of major problems. We just heard that inflation is at 10+% in Germany right now. We note that the natural gas pipelines through the Bering Straits and the North Sea to Germany have been sabotaged. And so even if Russia wanted to move gas to Europe, now they can't. They can't move it directly into Germany. It has to go through other pipelines, which are probably now all at risk of sabotage. Given that Russia will announce tomorrow that they have formally accepted the vote of the occupied Ukrainian territories as legit, they're going to announce that they will annex the Ukraine territory that they're sitting on right now as Russia. And they are likely to announce that any invasion of that land by anyone will, in effect, require a nuclear response to defend Mother Russia from attack. It means that any males inside that territory as of Friday will now be considered Russian and will now be drafted into the Russian army to defend itself against Ukrainian aggressors. Given all that's about to happen in the next 24 hours, does anyone here want to be long stock going into the weekend? Really? I have a suspicion the markets might be down today and tomorrow. And stuff's going to happen over the weekend. Going to be kind of interesting to see how this all plays itself out. It's kind of funny, though, how Russia is trying to annex land that the Ukrainians are taking back right now, as they are just rolling over, what's left of the Russian army, as Russia finds that over 200,000 men have left Russia this week in a hurry. Trying to recruit 300,000 more guys to kind of, come on over here. Let's have some fun with these guys. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how this is all going to work. There's tension out there. Oh, yes. Other thing to keep in mind, crude oil right now is not moving. It's unchanged at 82.15, but apparently there's an OPEC meeting next week. They're seriously talking about cutting production. If any of you out there weren't sure, you were on the fence trying to decide, well, the Saudi Arabians and stuff, they're allies, right? They're friends of ours. We sell them jet fighters, and we sell them, like Canada sells them, anti-personnel carriers. I mean, these guys are friends, right? But they're actually talking about cutting production of oil because they want the price up back to 120 for their benefit. You find out who your friends are when it gets interesting. Anyway, that's going on. Yeah, it's going to be kind of interesting the next 2 trading days, today and tomorrow. And then over the weekend, we all get to stew about it. And then Monday, see what happens next. I'm really not so sure that a lot of speculative market players are going to want to be long all kinds of stock, which means, of course, as an option writer, you got to love this. This, as an option writer, just keeps bringing returns to you guys. You do not need to fear upside. Yeah, yesterday the market went up. That's right. It did. It went up yesterday. There are critics out there who will say, Bruce, we hate you no matter what you say. And we were up 548 points yesterday, you loser. What do you know? And then I'll say, well, yeah, we're down 200 this morning in the pre-market, giving this back pretty quickly. And we had lost, a few thousand points going into this. The high for 52 weeks on the Dow is 36,900, and we're at 29,600. I don't know how many thousands of points the Dow has to lose before certain people get it through their skulls that markets are kind of lower and probably going lower. Um, yeah, interesting stuff going on out there. We just do the best we can with what we've got, I guess. Thank you all for being here today, coming through here and saying hi. If any of you were able to throw a thumbs ups our way, we would love that. Give our show a little bit of momentum this morning. It is a most interesting time out there. A lot of, let's say, cross currents going on here. It's just amazing what's happening. I heard something this morning that I thought was really interesting. I'll mention this. Since the beginning of this year, Japan has paid 50% more for commodity prices to bring commodities into Japan have risen 50% so far this year. In the United States, the cost of commodities into the USA has risen 20%, 30% less. And so you can thank the strong US dollar for that, of course. That's number one. You can thank higher interest rate policies and tightening of money supply and all of that. But there's a problem here, kids. The problem here is that, yeah, on the one hand, the prices have gone up 20% for commodities, not 50. The bad news is some of the same price increases of 50% are being unfortunately experienced by all of America's allies, closest economic and spiritual allies, the European Union, the United Kingdom, Asian countries, South American countries, African countries, whatever countries out there that are friends of America and vice versa, they too are experiencing 40, 50% price increases for raw materials, commodities, which makes them less competitive and less able to generate currency in trade to be able to turn around and buy American-made goods. If your competitor is 30% weaker economically than you are, your goods have now risen in price to such a degree that while they love what it is you make and want it, they might only be able to buy half as much as they would normally buy. And that means back in America, a whole bunch of exporters are finding that they just can't sell their stuff in the volumes that they need to sell their stuff. Because in the business of making stuff, you make more money with volumes. It's a volume world. The higher the volume, the lower the unit costs to produce, the higher the profit margins. When you don't hit your volume targets, your margins suffer. And we are beginning to see this front and center now with report after report after report from more and more companies who are saying to us, our margins are backing off. Microsoft did this 2-3 months ago. Target has already mentioned it. Day before yesterday, we heard the first salvo of an issue over at Apple. And when Apple comes out and says, our brand new Apple 14 is not selling as well as we had anticipated it would, and we have had to cut back production of our phone by millions of units, basically. You at home, wherever you are watching me, your radar has to be going, ooh, this is serious stuff, because there is very few items that are more beloved than this item. What this can do in your hands is a miracle of modern technology and a game changer. And when this item doesn't sell as well as anticipated by the people who make it and market it and who study trends, who ought to know within 1/100th of a percentage point how well this will sell, when they miss it, their numbers are off they're going, that's got to, for the rest of us, got to go, whoops, Houston, we do have a problem here. And this problem is a whole lot worse than we had anticipated. The idea of a short, quick interest rate rises to get inflation to come back down, and then we can have interest rates come back down again, and we can have quantitative easing, and we'll have, a zero interest rate policy and a very low inflation policy. Those days are gone for probably the rest of your adult lives. We might see this again for our children 40 years from now. We will long be gone. This will be a study time. This time that we've lived in since 2000 to now, this will be studied in history books by future generations, economists, experts in the whole field of economics. They will review the zero interest rate policy that was adapted by the Fed and other central banks, and quantitative easing will be reviewed forever. Hang on a sec. This is going to be an absolute must study for economic students going forward, because it is not going to happen again. And in the studies, get that out of the way. In the studies, they're going to figure out, how did it come to that? How was it that a zero interest rate policy was even created in the first place? And how is it that with that, inflation was at 1-2% for a long, long time? And the whole thing lasted, even with negative interest rates in Europe, for an incredibly long period of time. How is that even possible? And what unraveled it? And then, how is it that a zero interest rate policy unraveled so quickly that within months, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze again, within months, interest rates surged to levels that hadn't been seen in over 20, 30, and 40 years. This is catastrophic. And you do not recover from this in 3 or 6 months. The so-called 8-second attention span reversal of all this is not going to happen. There is not going to be a happy Hollywood ending. The price of bacon at your grocery store is not going back to $3 a pound in a year from now. It won't go back down at all. It'll stay here. That'll be a victory, that it'll actually just stay here now. That's the new normal. Your price at McDonald's and your prices at Burger King and Wendy's and wherever you go, Starbucks coffees, if you're going to be paying $5 a cup, $6 a cup, $7 for a fancy something drink, that's the new price. And that will be the price going forward. And it'll likely go up from there. There is no going back to 2019. That's over. And for those out there who want to go back to the 1950s to make America great again, you want to go back to the 50s, that's gone too. Like, that's even further gone. The changes going forward are going to be more uncomfortable. And that's the way this is going. In Europe, they're way ahead of us. They're way ahead of us in the pain department. They're paying terribly over there. And they're not suffering from a hurricane like Florida is, thankfully. Unfortunately for Florida, and thankfully Europe is not. Eastern Canada just came through the hurricane that Fiona was. It's bad. Yeah, it's even worse in certain spots, I guess, from a weather point of view, but from an economic point of view, and from an energy security point of view, and from a manufacturing uncertainty point of view, Europe is way ahead of us in suffering, and we will catch them. That's coming eventually, I'm sorry to say. GDP revisions confirm the U.S. economy contracted in the first half of 2022. These are headlines. U.S. weekly jobless claims plummet by 16,000 to the lowest level since April. This is a conundrum that just keeps coming up. We have a U.S. economy and a GDP of America slumping, and we have unemployment claims dropping. And the Federal Reserve's going, what do we have to do to create job losses? What do we have to do? Well, the problem is, America, you're not going to create job losses enough, because there are not enough workers for the jobs at hand. And even if the economy were to contract by 5%, which would be unbelievably catastrophic, there still aren't enough workers. And why is that? Why aren't there enough workers in America for the jobs? And Canada too, and other countries, but Canada, USA, we are joined at the hip here, and we have got a labor shortage, massive. And there's a number of reasons for it. One of the big reasons is guys like me. I'm 67 years old. What do you want me to do? Become a burger flipper at McDonald's? I can't stand on my feet for 3 hours at a time anymore, let alone, work a 12-hour shift and take the garbage out and do this and run around it. All of us boomers, we're out. We're aged out. I can't go downtown and run a brokerage office anymore with 40 employees and all kinds of sob stories coming into my office every 15 minutes. Oh, I need a day off. I got a problem. My wife is leaving me. I need that crap right now? No, I did that in my 30s. I dealt with it then. I can't deal with that now. All of the experience that I have that I'm giving you from the comfort of a secret location in Calgary. I'm not going to work 60 hours a week like I did in my 30s, because when I was the manager of a brokerage firm, VP for the province and all this, I wasn't working 37 and a half hours a week. I had clients working 37 and a half hours a week, but I worked 65 hours a week. I was in there on Saturdays to take care of paperwork. My operations manager and I were talking 12 hours a day to keep stuff on track. And we were just a small brokerage office. The guys who were running, the bigger firm with 100 brokers, 80 brokers, and 40 support staff. I mean, those guys had assistant managers who didn't sleep. I can't do that anymore. Anyone that's my age, anyone that's now 60 and over, we are slowing down. There are a few of us who have endless endurance and work like we did with our 30. 1 in 10, 1 in 20, yeah. But the rest are gone, man. We're long gone. And there have been a bunch of 61, 2-year-olds who've died. They died. They ran out of energy years ago. Then there was COVID. Took a bunch of people out aged 45, 50 and older. And that is now showing its ugly head too, because there are positions in the senior ranks that can't be filled by other senior trained and experienced people because they're dead. They've died and the rest have retired. And the 10-year younger guys and girls don't have the experience. And so there's this catch-up thing going on, big catch-up going on. That's one reason. That's all just one reason. The other one that nobody wants to talk about, because you can't get elected when you talk like this. Thank God I'm not running for politics. Immigrants. You're not allowing in immigrants. Canada is allowing a lot of immigrants in, but it isn't enough. We are aging out faster than we can replace ourselves. We aren't breeding. We're not having kids. And we're not bringing in immigrants because it's politically very unpopular to do so. They're all terrorists. I mean, why would you want to bring in terrorists? In the USA, impossible. I mean, it's just, the folks who are walking across the border, they're being dealt with however they're being dealt with. And I feel for both sides of this argument. I feel for the border agents down there because it's a never ending stream of misery they have to deal with, and they have to be really tough about it. And then the people are coming up, are going, I got nothing to lose. If you shoot me coming across the border, well, at least it's a gun from a freedom-loving guy rather than a terrorist where I come from. I can't go back. I have to make it here. It's kind of like if you ever watched that episode, you ever watched that series that Ken Burns did about country music? There was a example after example after example of country stars who made it. They had a hit record, they got a career going, and they were asked, what was the secret of your success, or what keeps you going to make it? And the answer would be almost the same answer every time. I can't go back. And what do you mean you can't go back? Well, I lived on a farm in Tennessee with no running water, no electricity, 6 kids, and no food. I can't go back. I either make it or I die. That's it. Those are your choices. Either succeed or you're 6 feet under the ground if you can afford a grave. That those are your choices. Well, that's what choices are. People coming across the U.S. border in desperation. That's what you're dealing with. But if you don't have a national immigration policy and a national naturalization policy that can handle the request of the work companies in the U.S. saying, please let people in so we can hire them, you're going to have more of the same. You're going to have 11 million job openings with 3 million unemployed people, and they've got choices. I got one of 4 jobs I can choose anytime I want. And there are 4 million people a month quitting their jobs to get better jobs. The turnover's there. It's not like people are lazy. There's so many jobs, they can't take them all. And here we are with jobless claims down 15,000 this month, with the US GDP going down. And the Dow Jones right now down 334 points with 39 minutes to go before we open, or whatever the amount of time is. So the markets are lower because the U.S. economy is showing signs of weakness. Unemployment is at record lows. Job openings everywhere, and America's GDP will continue to falter. Why? Because it cannot go at 100% efficiency. If you don't have 11 million more people to take the jobs that are available to be had, America is going to have to limp along at maybe a 96% efficiency rating, or an 88%, or a 79, whatever that number is. I don't know what that number is itself, but it's kind of like a baseball team. We're supposed to have 9 guys on the field. Well, we've only got 7. So we're going to play with 7 guys. Guess what happens if you have 7 guys playing against the New York Yankees? You lose. You will have gaps in the outfield or in the infield, or you got to hit the umpire to catch the ball for you. I mean, you got problems here. You're a hockey team and you've only got four skaters on the ice all night long. The other team has 5 skaters all night long. I think you're going to lose. And you're going to run out of gas a lot quicker because you're going to be very, very tired. And look at the American workforce. Look at how many people, and when I say American, I mean Canada too. Okay, I'm not picking on America, the United States. I love you guys. Canada's the same thing. We have people up here who are saying, I got hours. I got all the hours I want. Oh, absolutely. I've got hours like you can't believe. I work at the airport. And I go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And they go, oh, it's great. I make all kinds of money, but my boss would like me to work, my 8-hour shift. And then can you give me 4 more hours? Well, we're short guys. You see, we're at 80% efficiency. We just don't have enough guys and girls here to do the job. And then if you ever fly and you go to the airport, you can understand why there are people who why they're short employees. Look at the abuse they are suffering from their employer, from the airport authority, from the government of Canada and America, that even employees are deemed to be terrorists. You're not being trusted by even your employer. You're suspicious. You want to work under these conditions? And then the customers who are delayed on flights and bags are missing, how many want this job for $16 an hour? Raise your hands. There's only one group that'll take that job. There's one group of people that'll take that job, the desperate. Those who are just so happy to just be here. Just let me in and I'll do whatever you want. The immigrants. I'm not talking about people coming across the desert. I'm talking about legitimate applications from legitimate, honest people just trying to make a go of it. The kind of people that our grandparents were or our parents were. I think about my father was an immigrant into Canada in 1952. He was 21 years old, 22 years old. The perfect candidate to bring into the country. Young guy, hardworking, healthy, just happy to be here and would do whatever had to be done. And he was, I don't know if he's lucky, but it was fortunate. He got a job working in Sudbury, Ontario, and he was working in the nickel mines. Now, you got to go, miner, what a lucky guy. Well, the nickel mines in Sudbury are a far cry from the coal mines in other jurisdictions in North America. Okay, the death rate was extremely low in the nickel mines in Canada, highly regulated, rather safe. But he was making top dollar. This guy at age 23, 24, I mean, my old man was making, double the average wage of anyone else, because mining paid. There was a union. And if you worked more than 8 hours, you got big time bonus money. And so my dad made a lot of dough for his age with his practical experience. And he couldn't speak English. He was learning it as fast as he could. Within a year or two, he was able to speak the language, but it took him a couple more years to be able to write it properly and speak properly and so on. But he was prepared to pay the price. And many immigrants like him who came with him, around him at the same time from all kinds of countries in Europe, really made Canada a very valuable country, added to the gross domestic product of the country dramatically. And these guys were construction workers, these guys were restaurant workers, these guys were working on housing developments. They were whatever it took to make it happen. Well, those kinds of people are available to come into our countries. They're there. They're the 18, 20, 21, 23-year-olds who are dying to come in, who will do anything, but we're not letting them because it's politically not popular right now. And if you're a politician, you're better off spreading conspiracy theories to get elected than to say, oh, we should bring in, 1 million immigrants more a year or 500,000 or, whatever. We should expand our economy by bringing people in that can get jobs, who will then pay taxes, who will then need to buy a car, need to get a house. They will need furniture. They will need to feed their families. They're going to make families. The school populations will rise, will generate more wealth like we did in the 50s post-war after the Second World War. The big boom of the 50s and 60s and 70s, you can thank two things for that. The returning GIs who started having kids, baby boomers, and immigrants who came in and had kids, and that's me. I'm not the child of a GI from Canada or the USA. I'm not a child of a World War II veteran from the Second World War. I am a child of an immigrant that came into Canada along with my mom. And they had three of us. And we're all out there generating revenues and jobs and spending money and what have you. This is the way that the United States and Canada thrived economically after the post-war. Right now, are we in a post-war world? I don't know. Was the virus a war? It picked on everybody. I mean, it treated Russians just as nastily as it treated Canadians. The virus killed Chinese people just like it killed Africans. It killed people in Brazil just like it killed people in Spain. I mean, this virus is the virus. It doesn't care. Was that the war? Is the war over, really? There's another good question. All I know is that there was a big run on body bags. That I know. For 2 years, body bag sales were phenomenal, and it was unfortunate. And many people are gone, including workforce people. And that's the other thing about the virus. It doesn't care whether you're working or not. You have a job as a grunt, or you have a job as a middle manager, or you have a job as the top end CEO. You could die from this virus. That was the word, and that happened. People of all kinds they're not here anymore. They died from a cold, the optimists would say. Well, they got a cold. They were coughing, and they had a runny nose. And they went to the hospital, and they put tubes in them to keep them breathing, and then they died. The cold, it was a flu. The flu got them. It wasn't a virus. It was a flu. Think what you want, kids. The body bag sales were fantastic and very sad there. But we have openings. 11 million job openings in America itself. Canada's got a low unemployment rate, and we don't have people to fill. We don't have people to fill the jobs. And Canada's running at probably 90% or 80% efficiency. I'm sure America is in the same boat. And now we have higher interest rates, higher costs because of inflation, shortages everywhere, and the prices keep going up. And certain parts of the economy are getting crushed right now, as per expected. Housing is absolutely number one. The number one area that's being crushed right now, housing. In Canada, interest rates used to be 1.8%, 1.7% mortgages. Now we're at 6, 5.5%, 6, 6.5%. America, 2.5%, 3.5%, 4% mortgages. Now 7+. And where are we going? We're going higher. the rates will go up another point. We'll have 8% mortgages in America, 7 to 8% in Canada. And in Europe, oh my God, it's an absolute disaster. Housing costs will be sky high. And the cost to any of you out there who are handymen, you kind of do stuff around the house and you like to fix, you've noticed lumber come back down in price after that crazy surge. Don't be surprised if other surges come in on other areas. There'll be, it might be copper wiring, or it could be electric switches, or it could be carpeting, or what. There's going to be rotating problems going on because there's shortages. There are shortages everywhere on everything. When commodity prices rise 20% in America and 50% in Japan, and probably 40 to 50% in all of Europe, you are talking about goods and services that are now being imported back to the United States at these inflated prices. That's inflation baked in. In effect, by raising rates in America and raising the value of the American dollar against all other currencies, it comes back to bite the American consumer in the end anyway, because your dollar is more powerful, yes. The problem is that the goods from Germany and from Japan into America are going to cost a lot more money because they have to raise the prices to Americans to cover the cost increases that they are getting due to the rise of the American dollar itself. And it just comes around and around. And as you are realizing, if you hang around with me a while, you figure out that if iron ore goes up in cost, which you turn into steel, that means steel is more expensive, but it gets marked up by the maker of steel. The maker of steel now sends coils of steel to a factory, and they're going to take coils of steel and make a pen with it. You can't take a coil of steel and just at the end of the line, a pen comes out. You have to make all the parts of the pen from the coil of steel. You have to machine it, and then you have to assemble it. Well, by the time the pen comes out, and it gets marked up, it then goes to the distributor who marks it up to the retailer who marks it up to you. By the time you buy the pen, it's double the price, or it's 80% more, or 60%, or 50% more than it was last year. And you're looking here going, how much steel is in this thing? Not a lot. There's not a lot of steel in here, but all the components in this thing have gone up in price. Apple's figured out, and they know, every piece inside this device is costing them more money. It's costing the manufacturer more money to make the pieces that go into this thing. So when Apple does not increase the price of an iPhone 14 to you and I, they're admitting to all of us without saying it, we can't sell the phone for $100 more. You won't buy it. Like, you guys will really not buy it. They've done their homework. The Apple team, the marketing team at Apple and the forecast team at Apple are the world's finest. They're working for the largest capitalized company on the planet. They know to 1,000th of a percentage point how their market will react, how their customers react to what they do. And they've been told at the top level, we can't increase the price. If we increase the price of the phone by 3%, 4%, 6%, we will lose this much business. The higher we raise the price, we lose this much. If we keep it the same, we send a message to our customers that we care and that we're not here to rip them off. It's a good value to them, and it'll give them pause to want to get another phone sooner rather than later. But we're probably going to lose anyway. And they're right. They are losing anyway. Did they do something wrong? No. They're caught up in the inflationary world in which we live. And Americans and Canadians and Europeans and South Americans and Asians and Africans, I don't care where you are, we are all paying more of our disposable income for what it is we need to get by on. And in the UK, the solution to this problem, as far as they're concerned, because the UK has to deal with UK problems. And in the UK, the Prime Minister has decided, look, we just got rid of Boris Johnson with whatever issues he had. We now have to have an economic plan. We're dealing with a whole bunch of crap over here, including what Russia's doing. We've got to make it easier for the population of the UK to get by, just to survive easily. And what are we going to do? We as a nation will go into debt. We will borrow money as if there's a war on. to get cash, more cash into the hands of the British people so that they can survive more easily. Because we can't expect the UK employers out there to just give everybody a 25% raise. That will bankrupt all kinds of companies. Their costs have already gone up 25% for everything they need, including the cost of energy. So we, the government, will step in because that's how far this decline has gone. This is how bad it has become. World economists are saying, you can't do that. You can't do that. This doesn't work in the economics world that we have. And the Brits are going, oh yeah, watch what we do. We're going to do tax cuts to the average taxpayer. And of course, the critics are going, well, the rich are going to get the biggest tax cuts. Yeah, I guess that's right. I guess if you pay £1 million a year in tax, and this guy over here pays 1,500 a year in tax, one of you is going to get more tax money back than the other. Let's think about who that's going to be. Give me like a nanosecond, okay? But here's the thing. There's one guy over here paying £1 million in tax. Maybe he gets a $200,000 tax cut, £200,000 tax cut. Over here, the 1,500 pounder, he gets a $500 tax cut. But there are millions of them, tens of millions of them. That's the difference. If you have 10 million people who have £500 a month more in their pocket overnight, tens of millions of them, this is a lot of money that is going to circulate through the economy. Whereas if you got a handful of these guys who are getting $200,000 tax credit, they're not going to make any difference to the economy. Does this guy need to buy another loaf of bread in his bread box? He's got bread in his bread box. This guy with his 2 children, 3 children, with the single mother with 1 or 2 children, yeah, they're gonna spend this money on the basics across the board. They're gonna pay their gas bill. They're gonna buy hamburger meat. They're not gonna eat dog food. They're gonna eat hamburger meat. They're gonna be able to get a pair of running shoes for the kid. I don't know. So whatever the basics are, when you multiply it by tens of millions of people, it adds up to much more power, economic power, than a couple of rich folks getting some tax breaks. It doesn't matter. You want your economy to grow. You want to have the most stable economy on the planet. You want to have the most stable society in the Western world. You're going to have to operate kind of like countries that have, for example, the highest tax rate in the world right now. You're going to have to operate like them long term. But in Britain's case, they can't do that. They can't raise taxes on everybody and make the country more stable. They've got to take care of these one-off expenses that have just shown up out of nowhere because of the war in the Ukraine. Natural gas and other commodities have gone up dramatically. And to add misery to misery, the greatest ally Britain has, other than Canada, is America. And what is America doing to the UK? They're screwing them. Americans are raising interest rates, which is rising the value of the US dollar against all currencies, including the pound. And Britain is getting crushed by its friends. They're not mad at us, by the way. It's just the way it is. And they're getting crushed by their enemies. They're getting it from both ends. Now, America, I am sure, Canada, I am sure, have said to the Bank of England, you need any help with defending your currency? Just give us a call. We'll send you dollars. You can buy up all the pounds you want. You're good for it. But that's a behind-the-scenes discussion that you and I will never hear about in real time. But the Bank of England has limitless reserves to protect its currency, but it must let it slump to where it is now. It has to slump to this area. It might go to parity with the American dollar. That is the price that the UK will have to pay to maintain the lifestyle that they're trying to maintain. But it is a lower standard of living for average UK residents. There's no question about it. If you think that 747 plane loads of UK tourists are flying into Orlando next year after Orlando rebuilds, you think they're going to LA, to Disney World, Disneyland, you think they're going to go to New York City and spend all kinds of money in New York? Think again. There are no Brits coming to the United States that are in the lower middle class area at all. They are priced out of America. They cannot afford to come to the United States. They can't afford to come to Canada, even though our dollar's cheaper. They have taken a 30% haircut in their standard of living in 3 months. This is bad news for Europe because all those Spanish-based beachfront cities that have all these condos that have been built for the Brits to come down in the wintertime, a whole bunch of them aren't coming. They can't afford to go there. They can barely hang on to the house at home, let alone have a villa in southern Spain. No matter what kind of tax cut they get, it won't be enough. That means the Spanish economy is going to take a big hit along with Portugal and southern France. They are going to take a huge hit from the lack of tourists from the UK. The rest of Europe will feel it as well, even with Ryanair bragging, we got cheap airfares all over Europe. That's great. The problem is you can fly from London to Berlin or Frankfurt, or you can get to Lyon, France, get to Nice, you can go to Barcelona, you can land anywhere in Europe you want for cheap money on a Ryanair flight. That's great. But you can't afford the food when you get there. You can't afford the accommodation when you get there. You can't afford to enjoy life like you'd like to when you get there. You don't have the money. Something is missing. There's a certain amount of dough not in your hand, and something doesn't add up. You either walk over there, which you can't. You live in a tent, which you can't. How are you going to be on holidays in Europe spending £500 a week or £1,000 a week when you can't afford to pay the bills back home? You're not going. It's just that simple. The standard of living has dropped dramatically, and Europe will pay the price on the other side, and so will Canada and America, because one of our trading partners won't be able to trade with us like they normally trade with us, which will cause more pain for us as well, because they won't be able to buy our goods like we'd like them to. And that is the name of the game here. And so I'm asking you, who wants to hold stock this weekend? Now that we know the U.S. economy has retraced, has backed off on the GDP so far this year. Who wants to be long stock with Putin about to declare tomorrow the annexed parts of Russia? They voted to join Russia. That means they're Russia now. And anyone that attacks that land there and tries to take it back, you're taking Russia away from Russians. And that means we defend that to our deaths. Anyone interested in joining that party? Going to be a fun time starting Monday. Let's see how all this plays out. Right now, we've got GameStop down 56 cents to 26.75 on 67,000 volume. The Dow's off about 300 points. S&P's off 45. NASDAQ down 180. Oil is up 66 cents at the moment. Interesting times. If you're an option writer, good times. It's just incredible. It is an absolute amazing thing to think how, if you're an option writer, you do not have to fear the upside at all. And if there is any upside, it's rollover time. And you do the rollovers like you did on GameStop. If GameStop drops today to $26, $25.50, oh my God, all of you that rolled in to 27s, 28s, 29s on GameStop are going to be grinning from ear to ear this afternoon if this thing wants to back off. Not only is there time depreciation in your favor, now there's price depreciation in your favor. What if GameStop hits 24 by Tuesday of next week? Just, loses a buck or two a day, just kind of slumps. How many of you are going to have options sitting at a dime, 12 cents, 16 cents that you sold for $1.20, $1.40, $1.80, $2.10, $2.50, $3 for? Good Lord, are the profits coming your way? Going to be most interesting. Looking at other stocks, looking at, for example, Apple, we're down 334 this morning at 146. 146.50. Goldman's off 375 to 297.05. Cisco down 24 cents to 41.11. Tesla down $5 to 282.82. Arc Innovations off 90 cents to 39.10. We've got Microsoft sitting at 238.31, down 276. Bed Bath Beyond is up 11 cents, trying desperately to do anything with announcements this morning of their dismal results. This is on its way to $1 a share sooner or later, but I'd avoid it at all costs. Pfizer down 23 cents to 44.20. HBQ down 40 to 25.21. Carvana down 278 to 24.09. Twitter down 50 cents to 42.76. You remember that $54 bid that was made by Google is down $1.09 to 99.65. Amazon down $2 to 115.97. And Amazon announced today a $1 price wage increase for their workers starting in, I think, in October. And I guess that's from 16 to 17 or 17 to 18 or something like that. That is less than 10%. If it's 16 to 17, a $1 increase, 5% is 80 cents an hour. This is $1, so it's about 6%. Inflation is higher than that. People are getting a pay cut at Amazon, even with a raise, just to keep it in perspective. Don't let any social media personality that is anti-labor come out and say, oh, these people are getting $1 raise, they're lazy, they're losing. Because you get $1 a raise, $1 an hour raise, pre-tax. What is that after tax? Is it 65 cents, 70 cents? You get 70 cents net an hour more to work your 8-hour day. 8 times 70 cents is $5.60. What's that, $28 a week? $28 a week more in your pocket. That'll solve all your economic problems right now with inflation running rampant. Good luck with that. But by the way, you're the bad guy, according to the so-called media out there that is anti-labor and pro-business and pro-freedom. The fact that you can get $1 an hour more makes you the socialistic bad guy. Unbelievable the hatred that is out there for the average individual. It's truly incredible. And yet, in certain states in the United States, it is a crime to be poor. And unless you are one of those, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But it is a crime to be poor in certain areas of the United States. And getting a $1 raise makes you the bad guy as well. So trying not to be poor also makes you the bad guy. Good luck with getting out of this hole. If you're a single parent, 1, 2, or 3 children, I don't know how they do it. I honestly don't know. It is absolutely amazing to me. I don't know. I just blows my mind. And of course, Amazon will have a vote. They'll have a vote at a warehouse to unionize. And of course, that those are all socialist communists right there trying to do that. How dare they try to make their conditions any better whatsoever? Again, I'm just commenting on what the world is like. You have to decide for yourself how to go about it. But here in this world that we're in on this channel, please don't be too mad at me. I'm just a messenger. You can avoid all of this, and you can avoid all of the pain that is being inflicted on all of us from all directions by just making more money. Just make more money. And if you can write a call option for $250 and buy it back for $100 and clear $150 just once a week, you can add $150 to your pocket, $600 a month more in your pocket than you had before just writing a call option on maybe GameStop or whatever. Look, there's $600 a month more into your pocket. Now that's a capital gain. You got to pay taxes on it. I think in the U.S. the first 40,000 tax is tax free. The first 40,000 capital gains is tax free. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a tax guy, but I know the tax is minimal. Congratulations if you can add cash flow to your life by writing call options, by hanging out with this channel. I'm really excited for a bunch of you folks. I'm so proud of so many of you. So many of you right now are in the middle of a turnaround, an economic turnaround that you never thought was possible, that has happened to you in the last 2 months, 4 months, 8 months, year, and longer. You found this channel, you listened to this old, balding, homeless guy talking about writing call options, and you went, oh my God, that's another world that I didn't even know existed. I didn't understand it. I only heard about stock options being a very risky thing to do. That's what desperate investors do, or incredibly professional, highly connected, highly computerized trading program type people do that I could never get into. And here's this guy telling me in real plain English, I can write one call option on 100 shares of GameStop. I can write a call option on Apple. I can write a call option on SoFi. I can write a call option on HBQ. I can buy a deep in the money call and write a call on that. I can buy deep in the money calls on HBQ for like $700-800. I didn't know I only needed $1,000 to write a call option. I didn't know that. Many of you are figuring this out, and you've changed your lives. You've changed your lives. So many of you have come to me. You've come to this channel. You've reached out to me privately or through the group here. And when you found us, by the time you found us, you were down 30, 40, 60, 80, 90% on your investments. You had lost, in some cases, a couple of $1,000, in other cases, tens of thousands, in other cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars had been lost in your investment strategies over the last 3, 5, whatever number of years. Many of you who are here now have figured out that you had earned returns that were half of what they should have been from professional managers of your assets, whether it was through a work thing, you contributed money, your employer contributed money, it was managed by blah, 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 and their returns were blah. You figured out, in some cases, $500,000 in money that isn't in your retirement, that should be in your retirement account, isn't there because your investments didn't perform like the market performed, didn't even match that. And with inflation, you guys are actually losing money, even with a gain on your investment. You found us, you found me. Many, not many, but a number of people have come here. Many people have come here, many. And some have left. They've listened to this old man talk about writing options and they're going, this just isn't for me. I don't get it. I can't get it. Or he's full of crap. No way. And a number of you have gone, I'm listening to this guy and I'm going to take a look at this and I'm going to take him up on his offer. And the offer is a nothing burger offer. I have said to so many of you time and time again that on these trading platforms that exist at Fidelity, Schwab, whatever your favorite outfit is. Thank God I have carpeting. Whoever you love to use on your platform, these guys give you pretend money. They give you accounts with like 100,000 in there that you can trade for free with no risk. You're using pretend money in real life market scenarios, and you can write options with pretend money. So you don't even have to use money to see if what we're talking about works or not. You can just do this with a pretend account. And there are people here who have done this for like 3 months. They don't give it like 1 or 2 trades. They go, well, I'm going to try 3 months to see if I can write options using these pretend accounts and follow what Uncle Bruce and his gang are talking about. I'm going to hang around these guys. I like the style of some of these folks over here, and I'm going to try to do what they're doing, and we'll see if this works. And some of you may not work. It may not work for you. I don't know why, whatever. And for others of you, it's been a revelation. And many of you, so many of you have talked to me one-on-one through emails, but through one-on-one sessions. And you've out and out told me again and again and again, oh my God, Bruce, I can't believe it. You've completely changed everything about what I'm doing. And how I think about the market. I can't believe how I don't think about the market the way I used to think about the market, that all my friends still do think about the market the same way I used to be. All my coworkers, all my relatives, anyone I've ever known that I've known that's been involved in the market, they're still thinking the same way then and now like I used to, and I have completely changed my outlook on this market. I don't look at this as a black hole of death anymore. I look at this as something that I can control and take over and make work for me. And it is working for a number of you, a high number of you, and I'm just so pleased for this. More people are joining this channel bit by bit. More people are becoming members. More people are taking classes that have never taken classes before. And people are reaching out to me for a one-on-one to say, I got to talk to you, man. I have to go over my whole life situation with you because you're offering to listen to me. An hour may or may not be enough, but I gotta tell you what my story is. What do you think? And I'm more than happy to try to help you. And it's amazing. Some of you folks have come to me and said, all I wanted to do was I just wanted to try to make $1,000 a month more money than I'm making now at my jobs. Between me and my wife and whatever, we're working our butts off. And if we could just bring 1,000 a month in from writing some options, that would help a lot. And then you tell me it didn't go like that at all. We're bringing in 3,000 a month already. We're bringing in $4,800 this month. It's so easy. I mean, we're really just doing what you're telling us we should be doing and how to do it, and we didn't realize that it's actually more lucrative than we thought. And we're going to stay in this box of writing short-term calls that depreciate out, and we're going to keep taking this dough off the table. And we have and always had targeted certain debts that we were going to get rid of. Credit cards. This credit card, minimum payment $300 a month. This credit card, minimum payment $480 a month. This credit card, minimum payment $85 a month. This one was, we're getting rid of these guys, because if we get rid of all those minimum payment requirements, we've just lowered the cost of living around here by a whole lot of money. And that is after tax money we need to pay these minimum payments. Within 3 months and 6 months, there are folks who are telling me we've quit all our part-time jobs. We only have full-time jobs now. Like we're normal now. Like we're kind of like normal. And now we're targeting those jobs. We're going to try to replace our 2 full-time jobs with 2 part-time jobs. And then we're going to target one of those part-time jobs out and then the other part-time job out. And we're only going to live off of our revenues from writing options, because it is growing and coming on and coming on. And we're going to keep doing this until someone tells us to stop. But no one tells us to stop, because this is what you do on the options market. You either gamble by buying the calls or you gamble by writing the calls. The writers are the casinos. The buyers are the gamblers on the casino floor. And I'd rather be the casino, because the casino seems to win all the time, because these Las Vegas casinos are always like winning all the time. And they hand out free drinks, and they have water fountains and lions, tigers, and bears, and they always make money. It's unbelievable, because the gamblers come and go, but the casino owner is always there. It's amazing. It's really amazing. Yeah. Welcome to the party, pal. I'm glad that you could make it here. Look, it's up to you. If you really want the change, you can have it, but you got to want it. And if you think this is a walk in the park where it's just going to happen for you, think again. Don't come in here thinking, oh, well, the way he's talking, anyone can do it. No, you're going to have to want to study to do this. I wish they did this speech, the speech that I'm giving you. I wish this speech were given to college students at the beginning of every year. I got this speech given to me. The first time I got this speech was in grade 10 chemistry class. I had to take a science course of some kind in grade 10. I had to do it. And there was no choice. I had to take chemistry. I didn't want to take chemistry, but I had to take chemistry. And there were 33 of us in the class the first day. And just my luck, the chemistry teacher was my homeroom teacher. So every morning I had to trudge into this damn room, sit behind a lab desk for the first 20 minutes of the morning, listen to the announcements over the PA system, and then listen to the announcements from my homeroom teacher, who happened to be my chemical, my teacher in chemistry. And the speech he gave the first day of chemistry class in 1972, or was it 71? I don't remember. He said, take a look around you. There are 33 of you in the class, and we're all kind of going like this, I think it was 34. We were in pairs. We all sat beside somebody on a lab desk. So there were probably 17 pairs of us. Take a look around you. Okay, all right. Here are the statistics of my class. This is the performance of my students over the last 10 years that I've taught this class, and I've never heard anything like this before. I'm really curious. He says, 1 in 3 of you are going to fail this class. Now, take a look around and see if you're one of them. And I'm looking around going, oh yeah, I'm one of those. God, I can see that student always gets 90s. That student always gets 80%. This is an A student. I'm the loser. That guy over there is going to join me. We're waving at each other. We know we're failing. Oh, we know. He said, 1 in 11 are you going to fail this class. So don't be surprised if some of you get grades in the 30s and 40s. Because you're not going to apply yourselves. You're going to find it overwhelming. You're not going to reach out for help, and you're just going to let the defeat happen. And I just thought, what teacher talks like that? I couldn't believe it. And at the end of the first term, the grades came out, and I knew I was failing. And I had a 38% average. You needed a 50 to pass in those days. 50. You only needed 50. I had a 38 after the first term. And my partner had a 94 because this guy was a genius. He was just a genius. And it just so happened that I was in the school play that year, and the genius happened to be a stagehand. He loved the behind the scenes stuff. He loved raising the ropes and bringing the sets down and lifting the other sets out. He loved that crap. I loved singing and dancing and hanging out with the girls. I thought that was more fun for me. Anyway, we were in the play. And one day during a rehearsal, there was a bit of a break, and we were hanging around, and he said to me, how you doing on your class? I said, I'm just getting hammered. I'm just getting crushed. He says, if you want to pass chemistry, I'll help you, but you're going to have to do something for me. And I said, well, what would you want me to do? Just give me the word. You want to help me? I'll take any help I can get. I got to get the 50 here. I have two trimesters left out of the 3. One's gone. He said, buy me a bottle of cherry whiskey. And I was just 18 at the time, and 18 was the age. And I bought him a bottle of cherry whiskey. And on one of the evenings, after one of the plays, every night after the play was over, we'd have a party at someone's house, an after party. And I came up to him with a brown paper bag, and I handed him this brown paper bag, and he looks inside. He's 17 years, 11 months, 2 days old. He's like 3 weeks away from being able to buy his own. And he looks at this bottle of cherry whiskey, he puts it back in the bag, and he looks at me, and he shakes my hand. He says, I want to congratulate you. I said, yeah. He says, you've just ensured that you're going to pass chemistry for grade 10. I said, oh, this is great. And from that moment on, we worked together. We collaborated. And I bought into this guy. I figured, well, you're at 94%, or what have I got to lose? Am I going to go to 33%? What have I got to lose? And the grades came in. The numbers came in. I started pulling off 80%, 85%. It was unbelievable. But I had a guy to guide me. And the mentor, I had the mentor. And I came out the second term with a 68, and the third term I had a 79 or an 80%. The average for the year was 60, which was pass plus 10%. Under 60, you had to go to summer school, or under 55 or something like that. I can't remember. You had to go to summer school under a certain grade. If you were within 10 points of making it, they kind of let you in. And I avoided that, and I had the high. And my science teacher, he looked at me and he said, you did the right thing. You teamed up with that guy, and you found a mentor, and you got your act together, and you weren't one of the 11, because there were 11 guys that failed, or guys and girls. We had 11 failures. You weren't one of them, because you recognized you needed help, and you got it. You took the lifeline. And so I welcome you here to, I hope, your economic lifeline. I hope this is it. I can't guarantee it is, but I sure hope so. And I welcome you all. Larry Titus, thank you for turning on the lamp, turning on the lifeline for everybody here. We're up and running. We're open for the markets right now. let's see how things work out today. The German inflation rate is the highest in more than 70 years. Headline coming through right now. There you go. Can you say yuck? I think so. 26.43 down 88 cents on GameStop. Hello. Yeah, welcome to this party, pal, because that's what we have. Not someone else's party. This is the party we've got, and we have to deal with this party, okay? Let's try to make the best of it and make some dough here. And we're down 287 on the Dow. We're off 47 on S&P. We're off 190 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ down 1.7%. S&P down 1.3%. The Dow down 1%. That is what we have right now going on. We're down 4 cents on oil. And now we're up 4 cents on oil. So we're not going anywhere on that. Welcome, everyone, to this show. Thank you for tolerating the old man's rants. Thank you for any of you who have been kind enough to throw a thumbs ups our way already. 144 thumbs ups are in the house. We need 56 more to get to 200. I thank you for all of you who are considering a thumbs ups for this broadcast. Thank you guys so much. I love it. There you have it. Wavy Graving Bruce, I love this story. Same thing happened to me in my physics lab in college. I luckily was paired with a math major. I was just a measly engineering major. There you go. A man, it pays to fold your arms and be patient. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Sometimes the advice is the simplest advice there is. It's unbelievable. JR, cha-ching. I made $405 in the first 5 minutes. I can live with that. Time to rewrite that option. Farmless, when I was in college, to pass a class, you had to get 60% plus. We had a saying, D equals diploma. Came in handy for philosophy class. Oh my gosh. Constantine, I'm 144. Nazareth, market wide selling right now. Everything is red. It's kind of curious. How's Biogen doing? 268.88 on Biogen. I'm kind of hoping for Biogen to really tank today. I have a viewer of mine here who's short some of this stuff. I think you all know who that viewer is. And I sure hope he makes an absolute killing on his Biogen. That would be sweet. Wavy Gravy, I'm finally meeting back down at my 133 bad stink bid from yesterday. Uncle Bruce was right. It came back down to us. 26.51 down 80 cents at the moment on GameStop. Looks like the low has been 26.43, and we're at 26.53. We're down here, and the market is off 299 on the Dow, 50 on S&P, 203 on NASDAQ, and I see the market's going lower. I just do. Anyway, that's what we have at the moment. U.S. jobless claims dropped to the lowest level in 5 months. Very interesting contrast of headlines. Coyote, what do you call someone who made all C's in med school? You call him a doctor. Bobby, a dentist. H. Gregory, I got 145 thumbs up. Wavy Gravy, Farmless. I passed physics with a 63. Sell my house fast. Good morning, all. I'm number 148. Thank you guys for these thumbs up. So all my options are falling, says Sell My Home Fast in Upper Marlboro. They're falling. We're down 316 on the Dow. We're down 431 on Apple to 145.53. GameStop is 26.42. New low of the day right now on GameStop. New low of the day. SoFi 507 down 18. Rocket Lab 420 down 17. HPQ down 71 cents, 24.90. AMC Ape, yuck, down 54 cents combined. Now at 10.58, 48, 10.50 maybe. ME 304 down 17. Matterport down 12 to 387. ATIP down 1 penny at 105. Smart Rent down 14. Spire down 1 penny. Cyxtera up 23 cents lower. Bed Bath Beyond down 30 to 616. Tesla down $8 to 279.80. Pfizer down 22, Boeing down 370, Cisco down 49, Twitter down 30, Home Depot off 694, Carvana down 423. Robinhood down 29. Vanik Vectors down $5 to 189. IBM down 116 to 121.59. Microsoft down $2 to 239. Goldman down 395 to 296.84. Google down 245 to 98.29. Amazon 115.54 down 247. Meta Platforms down 320 right now. BlackBerry down 17 cents to 481. Royal Caribbean down 219, 45.20. Target down 263. JP Morgan down 154. Costco down $3. Walmart is up 2 cents. Nvidia down 4.35. Disney down $2. Moderna down 4.06. American Airlines down 38 cents. Netflix down $1.22 after a big day yesterday. There is a quick recap of the early indications. We're down 333 on the Dow. We're at 2642 on GameStop. The low of the day, 2640. We're off 89.90 cents right now. Let's see. Bama Babe, the only D I ever made in college was in shorthand. I definitely knew I did not want to be a secretary for some corporate jerk. Now that class would be so antiquated. Alex, my HPQ $25 covered calls were deep in the red yesterday. Back in the green now, arms folded, stink binned in. Beach Boy, my only A was in English. Everyone else hated me during language class. Tiff, whelp, stink bid could be stinkier this time. And way to go. Alberto, victory for Alberto. Justice served. Finally, Alberto got his release on his stock and his options and everything. Thank you for the PayPal donation. Way to go, pal, because that donation is pretty damn generous, which tells me you did very well on that move. I'm so happy for you and your grandson. This is so sweet to see this. Well done. Keep it going, my friend. Absolutely keep it going. This is something. Coyote, in high school, I need to take a Bio 2 class. They accidentally put me in Bio 2 honors. I was not an honor student, but I stuck it out because all my classmates were girls. So I was happy. Coyote, I literally barely passed that class by the skin of my teeth, says Coyote. Jennifer, still holding my 2550 GameStop calls for October 14. GameStop 2634 down again on GameStop. We're backing off, it looks like, to another lower low. 2631 so far, now 2633. We're down almost $1 on GameStop. Coyote, hope everybody wrote yesterday because this is some really good stuff. Wavy, Coyote, I hope these girls still have enough skin left on them. Christina, new low. Tiff, Coyote, I'm sure it was worth it. Alberto, released from Tesla jail. Thanks to all. Right on, Alberto. I'm so thrilled. I'm so happy. Way to go, buddy. You deserve all the good things. Unbelievable what's going on out there. Tesla 278.88 down 893. Rock and roll, buddies, boys and girls. We're down 415 on the Dow now. 415 points. We're backing off more at the moment. That is what's going on here. My biggest iPad cannot keep up with the meltage. 2626 on GameStop, down 105 now. This looks like a new low. We're down 428. 67 on S&P, down 259. Nasdaq's down 2.3%. S&P down 1.8, and that Dow down 1.5. That is what is going on here. Oil down 11 cents. Okay, Nick, 3 steps down, 1 step up. Using that strategy, locked in my first short covered. I profited $31,000. Oh, sweet stuff, Nick. Just making money. Just keep making money. Coyote Tiff, 100%. I love that class. Congrats, Alberto. Constantine, thank you. Christina, great job, Alberto. Party for Alberto. Mike, did your contracts see Tony there? Michael was. Christina, keep up the good work. FL out on probation. Alberto, Michael, many won't know the reference to all. Thank you. Wavy, good stuff, Alberto. What was mentioned? What this mentioned in the prime time last night was this mentioned. Nick reshorted for a second go. Right on, Nick. Nailing it. Christina, 26-26. Yep, we're showing 26-26, 26-22. Gayotti, Alberto returning from Tesla jail like a war hero. Welcome home. Moonman Moo. These big words like anticipated are hurting my brain this morning. Alberto, Wavy, no, I was too upset to even join conversation yesterday. Just too upset. Nazareth, look at SPY. The market is just crashing. Was yesterday just a bull trap for liquidity? Question mark. JRP actually making a bit on SoFi today, even writing at 43 and 28. Nice. Gayotti, the 5-day chart on S&P is so volatile. Farmos, well, just got laid off. We'll see you guys later. Time to gather my tools. Interesting. Joe, I've been away for a bit. Is there a short version of what happened to you? Lisa, congrats, Alberto. JR, down, but down it goes. Red is my favorite color. Literally. Alberto, thanks, Christina. JRP, Mike, Wavy, Gayotti, everybody. Christina, 26.20 cents, 26.20. We are dropping on the GameStop, no question about it. But the market is off 473. It's taking the most of the gains out of there. We hit 26.12 already for the low. The Dow down 479, S&P down 73, Nasdaq down 276, oil down 30 cents. Whatever happened to Tony? JR wants to know. Coyote, it's always a bull trap. This year, Beach Boy Alberto, Clint Eastwood will portray you in the movie Escape from Tesla. Coyote Vermalist, for real. Sorry to hear that, man. Hang in there. You do definitely hang in there. Now you can write cover calls full time, since they're making you write cover calls full time. Hawkeye making hay while the sun shines. Alberto, is Nick on here? Wondering about his writes yesterday. Amazing jobs. Nick is here. Nick scored on his Biogen, and he's looking at this down 3 steps up 2, down 3 steps up 2 pattern. He will short, recover, short, cover. He'll short, he'll cover, rinse and repeat his way to riches, I hope. 267 is where Biogen is. It's down 940. The high today, 271, the low 266 on Biogen. He will be very busy today. I hope he makes just a ton of money. Wow, there we go. Beach Boy, Alberto saying Beach Boy, I'm laughing on this. Thank you all. Congratulations, all of you who are scoring some returns here. 26.27 to 26.32 on GameStop. We're down 4.72 on the Dow. We're down 5.54 on Apple. Those of you who have written Apple contracts, you are seeing returns coming your way on these contracts, which allows you the possibility to buy back and write again. Keep taking in premiums on Apple. Same with GameStop, obviously. SoFi down 22 to 503. We have Rocket Lab 417 down 21 cents. HBQ down 72. Opportunity knocks all over the place. Nazareth, Alberto, yeah, my puts on SPY are doing well. I have 365 for this week and 370s for next week. Nazareth, get that money, says Alberto. Right on. We've got let's see now. ME down 16, Matterport down 15, ATIP is down 2, Smart Rent down 14, Spire down a penny, Sextera down 35 cents. Bed Bath Beyond is unchanged. Tesla down 1062 to 10277, and will continue to sink, I think. Pfizer down 24 at 44.19. Boeing down 532. Cisco down 74 cents to 40.60. Twitter down 44, Home Depot down $6, Carvana down 4.20. We've got SMH down $6, IBM down 160. Watching a ton of selling come through here on this market. We're down 4.79 at the very least going on at the moment, as we are watching a lot of activity here. Let me get my big iPad to refresh if it is possible to have it do so. Let's take a look. 472 on the Dow, 72 on S&P, down 278 on NASDAQ. at the moment. Boeing, Walgreens, Boots share losses contributed to the Dow drop. And we're at 26.24 on GameStop, down 107. SoFi cracked, Coyote, SoFi cracked 5, saw 499 for a moment. W. Walters, I am thumbs up 160. Thank you, everybody, for these thumbs ups. I am too busy to read comments to ask and beg for thumbs ups. I appreciate them so much. 163 here, 37 to go. Please hit the thumbs up button for us. We need 200 plus every morning. Christina, my 25s that expire next Friday are getting closer and closer to going green. 5 cents to go. 26.21 right now on the stock. Alberto, Christina the sniper. Heck yes. Get that moolah, Christina. Right on, kids. Well done, everyone. That's what we do. We take a position. We dare the market to take us on, and we adjust when necessary and score returns. Well done, everybody. Nicely done. 477 drop is the Dow. 481 now, 482. We're lower 1.6%. The NASDAQ is down 2.6%, 1% worse than the Dow is off. So if the Dow dropped another percentage point, that would be another 300 points. So the Dow is lagging the NASDAQ, and yet the Dow's off 480. Just kind of put this in perspective. That's what's happening. SoFi 499.9 is where it's trading at, down 25 cents right now on SoFi. GameStop down 88 to 26, 43.44. It jumps 10, 20, 30 cents at a time, and then it just reverses. This is normal. We are all used to it. Welcome to the party, pal. JR wrote an October 21, 12.5 call on Ford for 53 cents. I just bought it back for a quarter for a cool $160. I can live with that. There you go, $160 profit. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. May I have another? JR, not up in Nazareth or Alberta territory, but money made nonetheless. Every $160 adds up over the year. Do not poo-poo money. Nice work. A profit is a profit, says Alberto. We know it. You're better off having wins than losses of $160 here and there. Losing 160 hurts more than making 160, but make it nonetheless. We're down 440 on the Dow, 66 on S&P, 264 on NASDAQ, oil off 50 cents. That is what is going on. Let's see, 26.68, 26.69. GameStop trying a little rally, still off 62 cents. The volume on GameStop, by the way, so far at 509,000. That's barely 125,000 shares pre-split. There's no serious support here. 26.66 at the moment on GameStop. The low of the day, 26.12. The high, 27.69. We've now got a $1.57 spread between low and high, and we're at the moment at 26.70 on the GameStop shares. Still in the lower third of the trading range today. That's what we got. That's where we're at. Off 436 on the Dow. Apple down 570. And Nazareth, we all start small, celebrate any upside, no matter how small. Way to go, JR. JR, okay, turnaround, maybe time to write again coming up. Keep an eye on the markets, and the stock will tell you if it's starting to move up and it tops out. Write again and take another shot. Absolutely, it's money to be had. 26.65 now on GameStop. We were at 26.71 a few moments ago. Don't know if that's a little dead cat bounce here. We'll see. 501 on SoFi. Rocket Lab 419.5. HBQ 24.92, down 70 cents here. AMC is off now. 55 cents today, 55 more. ME down 13, Matterport down 12, ATIP down 2 cents, Smart Rent down 13, Spire down a penny, Cyxtera at 402 down 39, Bed Bath Beyond down 7 cents, Tesla down 11.76 to 276.05, Pfizer down 28, Boeing 510 down 510, Cisco down 70 at the moment. Okay. Goody, GameStop, record low volume yesterday. It wasn't even close. 2.4 million to 3.1 million, previous record pre-split, just to show you what's going on there. Alberto, GameStop expiring October 21, strike of 25. I'm sitting here with arms crossed. There you are. No rush to chase the market. 26.75, 26.57, pardon me, 26.57 on GameStop, dropping 14 cents from this 26.71 number we had a minute ago. A little pullback coming in again. Wavy gravy. Is SoFi going under 5 today? It touched it, but I can't tell you. It's just going to trade. The market is off 440. So there are people out there with pressures that have nothing to do with SoFi. They have nothing to do with SoFi. They have money pressures, and they're going to sell whatever they got to sell to cover whatever issues they're dealing with. If there are margin calls coming in today, which is likely with a 430-point drop on the Dow, we have margin calls going out. I'm sure of it. All over the world, there are margin calls on the gamblers being held, and if some of them hold SoFi, they have to sell it. They don't want to, they've got to, and that means for some, it's an opportunity. For others, it's a pain. We're at 502 on SoFi, 26.59, 26.60 on GameStop, down 573 on Apple to 144.11 now. Wavy, I just put an order for 100 shares of SoFi for $4.99. There you go. A nice guy that you are. Why not? 502 last trade. HPQ 24.98 down 62 right here. The 2-year note on the U.S. Treasury is now paying 4.2% interest. The 10-year note is approaching 4% interest. Quite interesting how this plays out. Biogen 267.82 down 879 today on the day right now. That is what's going on over there. Let's see here. Taking a peek at the markets, we're down 466 on the Dow again. Looks like we're backing off a bit more. And on interest rates, we have the 10-year U.S. at 3.79, call it 3.8. Germany is at 2.2, Italy 4.68, Spain 3.4%, UK 4.13%. These are all higher for interest rates. The currencies, a euro 97.3, the pound 109.91, a little recovery trying there. The yen 144.56, still dropping against the US dollar. Unbelievable activity. European markets, 2% drop in London, 1.8 in Frankfurt, Paris off 1.6%. Elsewhere, 2% drops, 1.7, 1.9% drops, Spain and elsewhere. Negative markets. We have the U.S. oil market down 29 cents. We've got the Dow off 450 at 1.53%. NASDAQ down 281, 2.5%. S&P down 71, 1.9%. There you have it. U.S. economy shrank in the first half of 2022. Updated GDP figures confirm it. We've got the first 6 months of the year, the U.S. Government revised figures. Gross domestic product, the official scoreboard of the economy fell at a 0.6% annual clip in the second quarter. Previously reported 1.6 decline in the first quarter is unchanged. So we are still negative. That puts the U.S. into a technical recession right now. We'll see what's going on. Unemployment very low, but the slowdown is real. And I think the slowdown is real for one simple reason. People are getting raises. That's true. But the raises they're getting are not significant enough to take care of the inflation problem. And that is why the economy is slowing down. Your money, the amount of money you have, doesn't buy as much as it has in the past. So you're buying less items at higher prices. Factories are producing less items because they're selling fewer items. That's a slowdown. And that means it permeates through the entire economy. Here you go. Alrighty, what else? Sell my house fast enough for Marlboro. Yesterday morning, I had sold an HPQ $25 strike. October 21, I got 74 cents. It went up. I rolled into an October 28th contract a week later out at 26 strike, and I got 94 for that. Yeah, okay, I'll take another $20. Thank you. May I have another? How about that move? Sold a new contract for more money than the old contract, and you moved up $1 in strike. And today, the stock is off 62 cents. Winner chicken dinner. Right on. $26 strike with a $24.98 price on the stock. Out of the money, $1.02. Nicely done. Many try to blame inflation on 2021 raises. Lavalot cannot win with these types. JR, hey, Uncle B, maybe you didn't see it, but your explanation last night about the 90-10 really helped a lot. Rechecked my longs, and I did okay. Way to go, JR. I'm happy about that. We spent a bit of time last night covering the 90-10 rule, and we went through a bunch of examples about it. Fantastic. 26.41 on GameStop. We've dropped 30 cents from the 26.71 price we just had 10 minutes ago. We're backing up again on GameStop. The low of the day is 26.12 so far today on GameStop. That is what we're looking at here right now. The Dow Jones down 475 to 490 points, approaching a 500-point loss, which is zooming in very quickly on the entire gain that we had yesterday on the markets. Let's see here. We've got S&P down 74 and NASDAQ down 284, 2.69%. The NASDAQ just dropped to 297 now, down 269. NASDAQ just took a shot. Dow is down 526 right now, 526 points. More sell computer programs coming in, more margin calls coming in, more forced selling coming in, which means ETFs, index funds, are forced to sell to adjust as well. That is more pressure on the stock market. 26.47, equities under pressure. 26.47 on GameStop, down 84 cents. Okay, there it is. Coyote, I told ya my rug senses were tingling. Michael, a rug man, protector of the bag holders. Oh man, unbelievable. What a morning. We're looking at Biogen again, 264.39, down 12.22. Another drop on Biogen happening right now. Yet again, look at that. The Dow, 531 is the loss on the Dow. Apple down $6. GameStop, 26.40, dropping further. SoFi down to $4.99, trading down 26 cents now. Save us, Rugman, says Coyote. SoFi's low of the day, $4.97.5. That's got to be a fill here for whoever's buying at $4.99. Rocket Lab down 19. HPQ 24.88 down 74. We've got AMC now down 58 cents, 59 cents combined right now on AMC and APE. ME down 15, Matterport down 15, ATIP down 3 cents, SmartRent down 12.5, Spire down 2, Cyxtera at 402 down 39. Tesla down 13.39, 274. Pfizer down 42 cents to $44. Boeing down 567, Cisco down 87 cents. Watching a lot of activity here. Home Depot down 577, Carvana down $5. Vanik down 650, IBM down 170, Microsoft down 544, Goldman down 734, Google down 3, Amazon down 3, Meta down 420, Meta platforms, and looking at NVIDIA 121 down 572. All right, 556 drop on the Dow, 26.35 on GameStop, another nickel lower. If you stare closely the S&P for long enough, you can hear that Celine Dion song from the Titanic playing. Hey, Gregory, Mr. Rugman, I like that. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Oh, down 561 on the Dow right now. Nazareth, Coyote, war songs from Riot Championship. Let the games begin. Dude, is Tony the Rugman? Oh my goodness. We're 559 on the Dow, 26.22 on GameStop, 11 cents away from the low of the day. 26.22, 26.23. GameStop yet again running into more selling, coming in for the low of the day again. We just dropped almost 50 cents from this little spike we had 20 minutes ago. Giving it all back. It looks like right now. Okay, the Dow down 559. The S&P down 334, another drop lower, 330 on the S&P. That's 3% on the NASDAQ. The Dow's down 1.8. So for the Dow to catch up, it's now got to give up another 360 points to catch up to NASDAQ. NASDAQ is running lower faster than the Dow is. All righty, 26.28, I think, is what we're showing right now on the market. 553 point drop on the Dow. Apple down 655, 26.29 on GameStop, 498 on SoFi, 417 on Rocket Lab, 24.88 on HPQ. All right. VIX is up past 33. Beach Boy, is that Tony Soprano? JR, hey, Mr. Rugman, play a song for me. Cha-ching times 10. H. Gregory, Mr. Rugman, give me a treat, laughing out loud. Many happy people here with a 544 point drop on the Dow today. Very interesting how this channel operates with option writers. Option writers are being rewarded for being patient and for taking positions, doing roll-ups when necessary, and enjoying the pullbacks. Absolutely incredible. And the time just keeps adding to the profits. The shrinkage of time continues to pay off for option writers. Nazareth Biogen finally tanked. I hope Nick had open shorts. I think Nick is doing okay today. Biogen now 260, 220. The low of the day down 14.41 today. Something tells me our friend Nick is rolling along here and is very busy right now. Zach, good morning, gang. I am thumbs up number 180. Thank you, Zach. Bama Babe, I am happy today, says Bama Babe, and I am thrilled. So many of you are scoring on this market. We're down 540 on the Dow now, 26.22 on GameStop at the moment. Lots of volatility going on here. Unbelievable. Welcome one, welcome all. Way to go, kids. Making some dough today. Coyote, I picture Rugman and Superman-esque tights, but his cape is made out of 70s shag carpet. Oh, God. 557 drop on the Dow, 86 on S&P, NASDAQ down 327. Man, oh man, oil down 6 cents. 26.19, just saw a trade of 26.19 on GameStop. 26.22, 26.19, the low, 26.11. Interesting markets here, very interesting markets. Okay, we're staying on it as best we can, watching all the volatility of this market. Unbelievable. We're down 3% on NASDAQ, 1.87 on the Dow. The Dow is 2/3 the loss of NASDAQ at the moment. And the S&P down 2.2% right now. 26.30 to 26.34. GameStop desperately trying not to go lower, but it's going to go lower. I think it looks to me like it's going lower. 497 on SoFi, down 28. Nick, I'm up a total of 64 grand if I lock in this loss right now. Coyote, Zach, good morning. Cindy, oh my, look at my apple. Cindy says, look at my apple. Biogen 262, the low of the day, it looks like on Biogen, down 14 something a share here, had touched 261.15 as it keeps rolling along. Like I say, Nick, you pick your spots, do your buybacks, wait for a partial recovery, hit it again, and keep making money. Coyote, Apple nearly hit its 52-week high this summer. Unreal. Beach Boy, Mama Babe, please let GameStop drop under 26. Please. Zach, Coyote, Morning Buddy, Rugman, eh? What's that superpower? Yoink. Yoink. FL, yes, Carvana is burning. This was the best idea, Nick. Deuce Caboose, that Tim Hortons China SPAC did its merge today, only down 20% after the last year. You can't pay me to buy a SPAC on IPO day. No. Coyote Zach, some real nice bags you got there. It would be a shame if I. Oh, I gotta catch my breath. I'm getting dizzy. Oh, this is so funny. 26.21 on GameStop. We're going down. Oh, I love that. Coyote, hey Zach, some nice real bags you got there. It would be a real shame if I pulled this here rug really, really hard. Oh man, FL, you were talking about shorting it from 80, and how right you were. That would be the Carvana. Dude, GameStop, come to 25.50. It's nice over here. It's really nice over here. 26.21 on GameStop. Coyote, Deuce Caboose, a man scorned. Zach is laughing. Olivia, oh my Lord. Oh my God. Deuce, fool me once. Michael laughing out loud. JR, can you imagine the wailing and gnashing of teeth if we were trading stocks? Oh, the pain of the other channels trading stocks. We're down 557 on the Dow, 677 drop on Apple, GameStop 2620 to 2630, SoFi 495, Rocket Lab 420, HPQ 2492 down 70 cents. Matterport down 17, ATIP down 3, Smart Rent down 14, Spire down 2, Cyxtera 401 down 40 cents. Tesla down $15 to 272. Those 280s are crapping out by now. I love it. Those of you who have written Tesla calls have been enjoying a drop-off today for sure. And this is good stuff. These premiums are just evaporating on these Tesla calls. Obviously, option writers unite. Well done, everybody. Just taking a look at some options here. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. This is something else. What a day and what a way to go. Let's see here. Yes. I'm seeing options on Tesla definitely backing off all over the place. Good. I wrote on everything I had yesterday. That run was silly yesterday, and you're being well rewarded for that, taking that position. Absolutely. Silly is as silly does. What can we say? All right. We are down on the day here, for 564 now, on the Dow, 564. 680 on Apple, and GameStop is 26.14, approaching the low of the day again on GameStop of 26.11. We're there right now, 26.11 right now. This is the low of the day on GameStop again right now, at this point in time. 26.11 on GameStop. We're down 570 on the Dow. 26.08. There goes a new low on GameStop. So now the next barrier, $26. Here we go. It's just in front of us. Will we break it and go below? And how quick will that happen? Lots to watch, lots to follow. 26.07 is the low of the day now on GameStop. That is the latest low quote, low trade right there. Bama Babe JR, it said we're dancing around the campfire. JR, Uncle Bruce, is it wise to wait on writing if a ticker has earnings coming up? Big moves in the stock price around earning date. Not in this market. Not in this market. You got to be writing, and you got to be holding writing an out of the money call at all times. If the stock wants to go up, let it. You'll do a rollover. Don't worry about a move up. It's temporary, if it even happens. Broke the law of the low of the day, says Coyote. That's right. 26.04, 26.03, another low. Here we go. I think we go below 26. Nick, okay, locked in on the second short profit total so far, 61 grand, and selectively short again on the third salvo. Rock and roll, Nick. Just take your time and be patient and make your moves. Yes, sir. It just filled. Thank you, Rugman, says Zach. Just filled 26.02. On GameStop, let's take a look at the low of the day now, 2602. This is it. We're at the low on GameStop right now with the Dow off 595. We're off more than we gained yesterday, so the Dow is even lower now. NASDAQ down 349. Make that 361. NASDAQ down 361 off 3.2%. Apple stock price target cut to 160 from 185. Bank of America Securities. They're calling it a 160 stock. It's 142. Here, live, they're calling for a 160 target price. Always behind because they don't want to upset the people at Apple. 2601 on GameStop. 2601 on GameStop with the Dow off on the day. The low of the trade, low trade of the day, 25.99. We broke 26 already. It's showing 26.10, but we've broken the 26 barrier, and the Dow's off 609, NASDAQ down 368. More selling is coming in. Temporary reprieve on GameStop. Not enough. Stink bidders are trying to come in. They're not holding it. It will go lower. Let's see. Coyote Zach, he's laughing. Coyote Rugman, love it. Splayer, all right, I'm out. See us later here on the chat. In the meantime, I wish you all a lot of success, Splayer. You take care, buddy. Zach, Rugman, and Option Snake, the deadliest duo of all time, and yet so profitable. Jennifer, all my SoFi stink bids just hit to buy back my calls. Time to write more. Tiff, could how please move a bit? Could what lower again? I'm trying to sell new covered calls. Could something move a bit lower? I'm not sure which one that is. Way to go. We're at 2605, 2603 on GameStop with the low so far of 25.99 registered. 2602 now. Let's see. So Tiff is talking about HPQ looking to go under 25. HPQ 24.91 right there. He wants it a bit over 25, so you can write again. Wavy, I had dropped my 100 share purchase price down to 488, and the stock price is chasing me. I'll drop it again, I reckon. Keep moving. Nazareth, SPY approaching the lows. If we break 360.50, it's a new low. Nick, hey, Alberto, send Uncle Bruce your email, please. Let's see. Tiff, sorry, autocorrect. No worries. I think I have Alberto's email. Nick, do you need Alberto's email? If Alberto says okay, I'm happy to send it to you. Let's see. We're down 597 on the Dow, down 676 on Apple, 2605 on GameStop now, down 126. Volume on GameStop is 760,000. That's 190,000 pre-split. That's all that's trading here. Really quiet. 25.95 is the new low of the day on GameStop. It apparently hit 25.95. My biggest iPad is having trouble keeping up. There it is. 25.95 was the low so far on GameStop. I'm showing 26.05 at this second. David Scott, oops, accidentally stole 300 SoFi from someone at 489. I'm sorry. 494. What are we doing on SoFi? I can't keep up. Way to go, David. Way to steal it. And those of you option writers out there, way to take money off the table. Rocket Lab 415 down 22. SoFi still under pressure down to 491. The Dow off 600. At the moment, 2% drop on the Dow, 3.3% on NASDAQ. So it is much lower than the Dow is. It's almost 1,000 Dow points. Nick, I am adding up. I'm adding up SoFi to reduce my average with Biogen profits. Wavy, nice, David. I decided to do those. Favor will need to sell theirs at 483. I'll be waiting here on them. I'm more than happy to buy at 483. 490 on SoFi, down 35. 2606 on GameStop. 142.93 on Apple, down 601 on the Dow Jones. 239 folks are here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We have 184 thumbs ups, 16 away from 200. If you can find that thumbs ups button in the middle of all the trading you're doing, please hit the thumbs ups for us and give us a shot to 200, please. 186 are in. We need 14 to get to 200 thumbs ups. Thank you all for coming through our rescue, helping us out. We've got 188 now, with only 12 needed to get to 200 thumbs ups, as we do every morning, because of you guys who just deliver every time. 191, 9 to go. Thank you all for hitting the thumbs up button. 191 in, 9 left to get to 200 thumbs ups. 192 now. Here's another one. Thank you, everyone. 2606 to 2608 on GameStop, down 124. The Dow off 585, 193 thumbs up, 7 left to get. Thank you. Here they come. The thumbs ups are coming in. Thank you, everybody. SoFi 499. Is that correct? I think it is. We're down 607, I think, on the Dow, actually. 607. SoFi 492 is actually correct. GameStop 2602 coming in with more selling. 196 on the thumbs ups. 4 to go. Just 4 left to get. Here it is. 196 are in. 4 more. We get 200 thumbs ups and we climb from there. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate this so much. Let me know what number you are if you can. And David, I remember it getting to 43 and being sad I couldn't buy more. Since I've been writing on GameStop, I've increased my SoFi by 5-fold. Rock and roll. We might as well just buy up the company. I mean, if nobody else wants SoFi, we'll buy it. We'll take it all, and we'll own the company. It goes to $25 and we don't sell, it'll go to $35. There's a shortage of paper up there. Make us richer. Thank you very much. 2603 on GameStop, down 128. The Dow off 601 right now. Barron's headline: the used car boom has become a bust. CarMax is paying the price. Well, that's only a matter of time. You can't have used cars trading $10,000 higher than they're worth much longer. And now with rates going up, car loan rates are surging. Used car prices are going to plummet, and watch the new car guys start putting incentives out to get you to buy a car. Get ready. Cam, I'm number 199 on your thumbs up meter. Thank you, Cam, so much. I appreciate this. You are awesome. Michael, thank you for your service, Rugman. Thank you. Thank you all for these thumbs ups. 204. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. This is another victory for this channel. Zed, I am number 196. Thank you, my man. We can depend on all of you. 200 plus of you every time to come to the rescue. Help this channel. Thank you. Stink bid too early. A stink bid hit too early. Oh, well, I'll cry into my $2,000 profit, says Beach Boy. I'll cry tears. 536 drop on the Dow, 536, 555-ish right now. We've got GameStop at 26.19 to 26.20, trying to bounce back. We'll see if this wave has any life into it at all. Looking at Biogen, dropped to 260 today, now back to 265. And I know Nick is watching this closely. He may sell into this yet again. And here we go. U.S. mortgage rates are now at the highest level in 15 years. That is how significant this interest rate policy is. We have the highest interest rates since 2007. That is just before the crash. And the market interest rates are going higher. They're going to go higher. They will be at levels not seen probably since the 90s, the way this is going. And that is putting the brakes on housing, and that is putting earnings at risk. And that's why the markets are lower. That's one of the reasons. That's what's going on. We're down 563 right now. Dow falls, headline, Dow falls 550 points as bond yields rise again with concern about the Fed tightening back in focus. The 8-second attention span given to the Bank of England is over. Back to the reality of the situation. Times ahead. Down 571 on the Dow, and economic revisions are coming. We're down 84 cents on oil. There will be a lack of demand for crude, and that will drop the price even if OPEC tries to cut production. We've just dropped on up. Here we go. Will we hit a new low? 25.95. We're 15 cents away. We'll find out real soon. Over at Biogen, 265 is the price right now. 264.38. Down goes Biogen again. with this market. We've got the Dow off 580, now dropping yet again. 2606 on GameStop, another dip. See if it lasts. We'll find out. 10, 20-cent swings are normal down here now. Coyote is just going, I can't believe what's happening. What a day. Congratulations, all of you who are writing options. 2484 on HPQ. Doesn't want to go over 25. It just doesn't want to do it. 493 on SoFi, down 31 cents. The AMC Ape story down 66 cents right now. And combined, the units now between the common and the preferred are $10.38. Just miserable. Down 20 on ME, Matterport down 16, ATIP down 2, Smart Rent down 17. We've got Spire down 2 cents, Cyxtera at 401 down 40. Bed Bath Beyond down 16 cents. We got Tesla down 15.39 to 272. Pfizer down 47 cents. Boeing down 576. Cisco down 90. Twitter down 58. Home Depot down $5. Carvana down 570. Hood down 31 cents. Vanik down 672 to 187. IBM down $2. Microsoft down $6. Goldman down 870. Google down 370. Amazon down 395. Meta down 580. Royal Caribbean down to 245. We got Target down 360, JP Morgan down 320, Costco down 488. Walmart is negative, down 60 cents. Nvidia down 585. Disney down 227 to $97. Moderna down 630, $115 a share on Moderna. I know someone that writes 120, 125s. He's a genius. Guy's an absolute genius. He makes money. He buys back calls, writes even lower calls. He makes more money. It's incredible. What a trader that guy is. Unbelievable. Welcome. Nick, working on my third and fourth short. Rinse and repeat. Way to go, Nick. Way to go. Dude, Friday I'm getting class number 2. Here we go. Classes are being acquired by people, getting sharper and smarter all the time. And why not? It pays to learn how to write stock options. It pays to learn how to do rollovers. It pays to learn how to do stink bids. It pays to learn how to work this option market. The evidence is right here. Look at these guys. Oh my gosh, what a day. Join the party. Join this family. Become a member of this channel. Take the classes. Do a one-on-one with me from time to time if you like. I think it'll pay you nicely for your time. Interesting stuff. Exciting. 575 drop again on the Dow. GameStop 2602 looks like another assault on the low, 7 cents away from the low trade of 25.95. Looks like we're coming in here again with another wave on GameStop. Volume 846,000, not even a million on the post 4-to-1 split. Not even a million shares. This is really bad. Lack of interest here. It's going lower. I mean, that's a lower price. SoFi 493 down 31. We're down 545 70. You tell me what the actual number is. We're off hundreds of points this morning. Karim, how come you never congratulate us bag holders? Feeling sort of left out. Come on, man. Laughing out loud. I got a rug man guy. He'll come and see it. He'll have a party at your house. He's got a superpower. Yoink. Yoink. Oh my goodness. Nick, in today's market, I might not be able to meet my goal of 100,000 on one trade. So I'll settle for 100,000 in one day. Once I hit my portfolio over $1 million, maybe then I can. Why not, Nick? I don't care how you make 100,000 in one day. Just make 100,000 in one day, and then make more. Just take the money from the gamblers. If they're going to hand it to you, you might as well grab it. You're a good guy. You have ways to use it. You have needs. I agree. Nicely done. 564 down dip on the Dow now. We're at 2602 again on GameStop. 7 cents away from the low of the day. 2602 on GameStop. Okay. Karim is laughing out loud. Rugman is coming. Yoink. Look out. Credit Savage. Wow, this market is as red as Ashley Babbitt's sweater today, and just as dead. Bear Squad is up. Jr. Nick, go man, go. We're all cheering. We're all cheering for you, Nick. Make money, buddy. Make a ton of dough. 557 drop on the Dow. GameStop 25.97. We're 2 cents away from the low of the day. It looks like, unless it's already broken this, 25.95 is the low. 25.97 to 25.99, under 26 again. Second time, third time this has happened. We'll see if this momentum builds. 25.96, hitting the stink bids just ahead of 95. They're getting hit right there at 25.96. I don't think there's enough buying to support this level. We'll see. See if this selling keeps coming at it. Yeah, 25.91. We have a new low on GameStop. 25.91 has now been hit, printed, traded, and 25.88 right now is the low. 25.67 is the low. We just got hit again. Or is that accurate? 25.88 I know is true. This is happening as I speak. 25.86. It's 25.86 right now. We are backing off right now on this market. 25.86. This is the low of the day. 25.82. Another new low of the day on your GameStop right now. 25.81 is the low print at the moment, and that is what's going on. FL 25.50. Please, GameStop, don't make me go to work tomorrow. Coyote, we're below 26. Credit Savage, come on, GameStop, take me out. Give me some money. Here we go. 25.86. 25.81 is the low trade. 25.82 again. Here we are at this low level right now. 25.81.83 looks to be this range at this second in time, as we are backing off. All your contracts are backing off. SoFi is under 5. Clearance rack prices priced correct. 25.81 is what I see now. 25.81. We're down on the Dow now. What is this number now? Hang on a sec. Trying to get my big ass iPad to cooperate. 590. That we're down 590 on the Dow. 25.81 on GameStop, and the low of the day, 25.75. We just hit it. Just hit 25.75 on GameStop. I'm losing my breath. It's so exciting. Unreal. Wavy, 'tis the season to rake in profits. Well done, everyone here. 895,000 traded on GameStop. Very quiet. And we like GameStop. We like it, and we're making money on the dip. 564 drop on the Dow. Wow. 25.81 with a low of 25.75. 25.79. Here's another dip coming on GameStop. It looks like down we go. 25.78, the low of 25.75. I saw 25.78 there for a second. Credit Savage, please, let's go for 1,000-point drop today. Dude, what other YouTube channel makes you money? I'm just asking for a friend. Does any other YouTube channel make you money? Any other? 574 drop. 2579, 2580. Down we go. SoFi 492, I think. Rocket Lab 419. HPQ 2480. Beach Boy, credit you naughty boy. We're down 566. Oh my goodness. Too much fun around here. Yeah, 2580, 2588. Trying a little rally here. I don't think so. Nee, says Olivia. That's what she's saying. I agree. I think we got to get some knee emojis. We have 208 thumbs ups. Let's get to 250 thumbs ups today if we can. And let's get some knee emojis going here. Wavy Gravy GameStop October 7/27 contract sitting at 99. Sold yesterday for 133, and I was not happy. Now I'm happy. Chris, I hope we hit the 20,000 down mark so I can take out a loan against my house and buy everything at 95% off prices. Come on, Papa needs a summer home. JR, Uncle Bruce predicted a 2,000-point drop maybe today and tomorrow. Unbelievable. Here we go. Neat emojis. Let's make this market do what we want it to do. Let's get Nick to $100,000 today. Let's get this market rolling for everybody. Hope you are making a lovely little killing out there, everybody. Neat. Oh, yes. Here we go. Trucker Tech is throwing them out there. Here they come. The knee emojis are happening. everywhere from around the world. You can't stop the knee emojis. 210 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Keep them coming in here, folks. Those knee emojis and those thumbs ups. 210 on the thumbs up brigade. 575 drop on the Dow. 2575 on GameStop. This is new low territory. 2575 on 914,000 shares. And we're off 154, 155. We are down here right now. Thank you, Nazareth, for popping up those emojis. D.H. Ruda, thank you. David Scott, there's the knee emojis. VIX up, market down. Coyote, neat, 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 neat. That's right. Here we are coming across the board with the knee attack. It's happening, and the markets are backing up. 25.77, 25.75 on GameStop. We're at the low of the day right now on GameStop. That's what we are seeing here. All kinds of activity here. Unbelievable what's going on. What an incredible run at the moment. 25.71. That's a new low, I think, on GameStop. 25.71. I think we're falling yet again to lower lows. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you all very much for being here, joining in with us. Thank you. Sell my house in Upper Marlboro. There are the knee emojis. John Gill's got them. Coyote's got them. Dude's got them. They're happening. The knee emojis are dominating the chat right now as this market continues to deliver the goods to my option writers left, right, and center, and in the middle, and everywhere else. Karim, the knee emojis are there. 25.72. The low of the day, 25.71, I think, has been the low, if I'm not mistaken. Even my phone is having trouble. 25.67. Here we go. Another low. Coming down to that 25.50 mark, kids, in a hurry. Constantine, knee emojis. Zach, knee emojis. Mirko, knee emojis. Octavio, knee emojis. Moonman Muti, knee emojis. They're everywhere. We're down 608 on the Dow now. Again, dropping further. GameStop volume is what? 908,000. Backing up to 2563, going even lower at the moment. 2563 low of the day on the GameStop shares. Amazing. Apple 142.89, SoFi 491. That's what's going on, kids. Lots happening. We have thumbs ups, 211. Thank you. Jennifer, before Uncle Bruce, I would have panicked about my options being red yesterday, but now I just fold my arms and wait. And my 25.50 GameStop calls don't seem too bad right now. There you go. They don't seem too bad at all at 25.64 a share on GameStop as more stock keeps coming in for sale. Margin calls are going out everywhere. I am certain of it. And people are being forced to sell stock to cover margin calls. That's just pressure on the markets as a whole. And GameStop isn't leading the market lower. It's just being dragged lower. 25.63, that's the low of the day right now. 25.62 is the new low of the day on GameStop. 25.62. Abram, neat. There you go. Thank you very much, Abram. Putting those emojis out there. We're down 603, 607 on the Dow. 25.58 on GameStop. I think that's the new low of the day. 25.57.58 is the new low of the day, and we're just approaching 1 million shares, which is 250,000 pre-split. Coming back to the 25.50 mark. How about that? Mirko, I am short 500 GameStop from exercise calls last Friday at 25.78. Should I wait until it breaks 25 today or just wait this out? When do I buy my stock back? Because it's 25.60 right now, and I got taken out at 25.78. Well, stink bids are in, says JRP. Welcome. Come to me. Option prices. Nazareth. Jennifer, the hardest part is to sell the contract at the right time. And then the second one is just holding when the market moves up while you wait for a dip. Welcome to the option writing business. And a number of folks here are becoming full-time option writers because it is just that juicy. You got to love this. 25.62 with a low of 25.60. 2, has that been the low today or 25.56? 25.56 low of the day. We're right here, still hanging around the lows. We're not going anywhere, kids. Yeah. Pressure on the markets. That's the story. And global issues are weighing on the markets, and we're not done yet. We've only started. Unbelievable. 25.66.67. SoFi 491. Rocket Lab 422, and HPQ 2484. Opportunities to buy deep in the money calls might be presenting themselves. Looking at Apple, keep an eye on those Apple calls to see if they come into that 90-10 neighborhood for you. Keep an eye open there. Mark, 211 is my thumbs up count for you, buddy. Better late. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. 213 now have come in. 213 thumbs ups. How about that? You got to love this. Mirko, you got to make your move when you feel comfortable. This market right now is still under pressure, so keep an eye on the Dow, the S&P, the NASDAQ, GameStop. You're seeing the waves. Let's see what happens. Biogen right now, 265.63 today. The low of 260. Pressure there down 10.99. Way to go, Nick. Taking these waves and making them work for you. Right on, buddy. Did we bottom out? I don't think so. I mean, we're going to see a little rally here and there, of course. When you're off 570, you're going to see something. But is this we're coming all the way back rally? I don't think so. No. 25.67 to 74 right now on GameStop. Sellers showing signs of panic on New York Stock Exchange, but that's not necessarily a buy signal. That's a headline. The word panic is being used. That's an over-exaggeration. But then again, isn't life an over-exaggeration? Interesting how this is working out. Nazareth VIX is only 33, so we're not bottoming yet. We got to get to 40 to really see some pressure. Expecting more activity later today, says JR. That's right. We're watching it. We're here to play it. We're here to watch it carefully. We've been on the air 2 hours, 11 minutes. Amazing. Just the time just zips by when all this activity is going on. GameStop 25.77, 67.77 right now. Back and forth. 493 on your SoFi. I hope you're having a good morning today. I hope you're having a good day so far today. Thank you, everybody, for popping in here. Mirko, thanks. I will wait a bit more. I was short of 27, it didn't move, so why should I now? Exactly right. 25.74, not doing much. I'll be back on today at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I'll be watching from the sidelines, cheering you on, everybody. Can't thank you, Uncle B. Can't make money. Just make money. Beautiful. Thank you. Zach, keeping your head above water, making a wave when you can. Temporary layoffs, good times. Nazareth, in the 08 to 20 crashes, VIX got to 80 on the weekly chart. Just for reference, we're at 33 right now. Yes, we're not in panic mode at all. 555 drop on the Dow at the moment. GameStop 25.75, 25.72. We got S&P down 88, NASDAQ down 346. NASDAQ down 3.13%. The Dow is off 1.8. So the Dow is 1.3 behind the NASDAQ. We should be off 900. We may yet do that. JR, Nazareth, yikes. Yes, those are panics. 80 is a panic. 33 is a concerning view of the market. we are concerned. Yes, we are. Folks, I'll see you this afternoon at 3 o'clock, okay? Keep making money out there. Put in your stink bids and see if they come to you. Immediately write contracts out of the money for premium. Take in more money all the time. Bring in cash. That is your job. That is what you're supposed to do. You have to build your portfolios up. And if you can move into deep in the money calls on some quality stocks to diversify your portfolio, good move. Way to go, option writers. 491, I think, on SoFi. Dow is off 520 to 550 right now. Mortgages are at 15-year highs. GameStop 25.75. Welcome to the party, pals. Nice to have you here. Cheers, good vibes, says Olivia. Constantly have a green day, everybody. Thank you, Uncle B. I'll see you guys at 3 Eastern for the final hour. and let's just see what this market brings us. Okay, see you soon, everybody. Talk to you later.